All right, athletes, let's talk about the second thing that we need to do to get you looking better, feeling better, and performing better so that you can be a badass and have a great life and be a great dad and be a great husband and be a more impactful person in this world. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we really want, right? That's what we really want. So look, we talked about nutrition. Super simple, right? Meat, veggie, nuts, seeds, fruit. Write that list down. Write those things down. Track those things. And build some habits around that. That's going to give you a huge win as far as getting rid of body fat. Now, let's talk about fitness, because fitness, believe it or not, is not good for weight loss. It's not good for weight loss. So don't do fitness for weight loss. What you need to do for weight loss is nutrition. Okay? Meat, veggie, nuts, seeds, fruit. But let's talk about fitness because we want to do fitness to improve the performance of your body. And as a guy, that should be important to you because we're designed to be able to do some pretty badass things. We're designed to have enough strength to be able to lift some heavy stuff once in a while. It could just be our kids or our grandkids. We need to be able to have enough gas in the tank to be able to go out and enjoy life, the active things in life, right? You don't want to just pass out when you go on the ski vacation with your kids, right? So we want to develop some fitness, but we also want to keep it very, very simple, just like nutrition. When we talk about When I designed the Athletic After 40 program, the whole intention was to eliminate all of the fluff because there's tons of it out there. We want to get to the core things that are going to give you the most bang for your buck. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to develop some strength. Super, super important. Okay, it's one of the things that we tend to miss out on as we get older. Whenever we're trying to get ourselves into better shape, we tend to lean on cardio. And there's a calorie burning thing mentality that goes into that. It's great for your heart, 100%. But when we just lean on that and we don't do any type of strength training, we're giving up a lot of really important things that we need as men. One of them is being strong is part of what a guy should be. When we do resistance training, when we develop the strength of your body, we improve we can increase your testosterone levels, right? A lot of guys, they go and get testosterone replacement therapy as like a Band-Aid approach. Guess what? All you got to do is get yourself strong. And here is the precision instrument for developing real world full body strength. You want to know what it is? Take a guess. Take a guess. Take a guess. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's a barbell. A barbell. So like the Olympic bar, right? When you go to the gym and you see the bar sitting in the rack that everybody does bicep curls with and bench press, right? That bar. And to be honest, bicep curls and bench press are probably the least effective things that you should be doing to get yourself strong. You're not a bodybuilder, right? If you're here and you're interested in bodybuilding, you're in the wrong group, okay? You're in the wrong group. We're here because we want to develop your body. Think of your body as one giant muscle. I don't want to just work on biceps. I don't want to just work on triceps. I don't want to just work on pecs. I don't want to just work on abdominals. We don't need to break the body down into a bunch of individual little pieces. We need to develop the performance of your body, one muscle. And when we get into the barbell stuff, the barbell lifts, these are the lifts that make us ridiculously strong in a very short period of time. But it's important that you understand how to perform these skills. And when you learn the skills, you can develop this ridiculous strength. What are the skills? I'm going to give you the skills. I don't have time to go through each one of these things, but I'm going to give you the skills. And if you'd like, you can go on YouTube and you can figure out how to do this stuff, or even better, connect with me and we'll talk about some coaching around how to develop these skills. When you develop the skills of the barbell, you'll have those kind of like riding a bike forever and ever, and you can manage your strength for a lifetime. And all you need is a barbell and some weights in your gym, or in your, if you don't have a gym, in your garage, in your basement, in your living room, in your bedroom. That's all you need to stay stupid strong. Why a barbell? Like, think about the strongest people in the world. What is the tool that they use? I would argue that the strongest people in the world are power lifters, strong men, right? These are the most the strongest people in the world. And you know what one of their number one tools is? The barbell, right? What about weightlifters? And when I say weightlifting, I got to be very specific. Weightlifting, the sport of weightlifting, is what you see in the Olympics. There's 2 contested lifts, clean and jerk and snatch. These are some of the most powerful athletes in the world. They can move a ridiculous amount of weight very, very quickly, right? And it's all done with a barbell. So not only can we improve your strength significantly, full body strength, we can also improve your power, okay? But those are some next level things. Let's talk about how can we develop your full body strength. There's 4 exercises. I'm going to give you 4, okay? There's 4 exercises that I want you to learn and develop, okay? Number 1 is something called the deadlift. And if some of you might be nodding your head like, yeah, I've done that before. If you have not done a deadlift, it's just your ability. Let's keep this really super simple. It's your ability to hinge forward at the hip, to grab onto something with your mitts and be able to stand up with it safely and efficiently. Most guys shy away from that because they're afraid of hurting their back. But guess what? The reason that you're hurting your back is because you're not practicing that. The human body was designed to pick stuff up from the floor. And when you do that movement and when you practice that and you develop that with a precision instrument like a barbell, we can develop a tremendous amount of strength for you to be able to do that safely in your life, right? We want you to practice it and we want to be progressive with it. So I don't mean just go out and lift heavy weights immediately. You got to get the technique dialed in first. Once you have the technique dialed in, then you should progressively add weights, okay? So learn how to deadlift. Like obsess over the movement. Learn it with a wooden stick. Okay, learn it with a wooden stick. Practice the technique. Once you have the technique, build some consistency. Once you have consistency with doing multiple repetitions that look the same over and over again, then you can start adding weight. Okay? Next exercise. Can you guess? It's a squat. Being able to squat down and stand back up. Again, it's something that every human being needs to be able to do, is to squat down and stand themselves back up. Super, super simple. Super simple by concept, but it's a complex movement. And there's a lot of little things that we want to make sure that you've got dialed in so that you can develop that safely and efficiently. And again, when we bring the barbell into it, we can develop tremendous strength. So we've got deadlift, we've got squat. What's another one? Standing overhead press. So standing up, being able to push something over your head, right? And why do I say standing up? Because when you're standing up, everything has to work, right? Every muscle, every joint has to do something as opposed to the seated position. The goal is not to minimize the body and work on individual muscles. The goal is to get everything to work together. So when I'm standing and I'm working on good posture and I'm pressing overhead, that's going to develop just a whole nother level of strength for your body. Okay, so again, we can use a barbell, right? Barbell, up overhead. So learn that movement. And there are some specific things that you want to focus on there to be safe and to work on it in a way that's going to develop some strength without having to worry that are going to strengthen your shoulders and make your shoulders more bulletproof, right? We have to be careful with that. So again, learn with a wooden stick. You can go on YouTube, you can find some videos. There are some good, some bad, so be careful with that. Be super careful with that, all right? And learn how to do that. Again, it's another skill that we want you to develop. The next one that I have is, and this isn't, quite honestly, it's not a barbell movement, but I would consider to be just as valuable, okay? So pull up. Your ability to hang from a bar and then be able to pull yourself up so the chin goes over the bar and then come back down into fully extended position of the shoulder. Learning how to do a pull-up. And honestly, when you do a pull-up, you're probably thinking, well, Tony, yeah, but that's just upper body. It doesn't bring into any, none of the lower body is doing anything. And when it's done right, everything has to work. Okay? There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. There's a wrong way where you're just dead in the water from the shoulders down, right? Where your body's just like a limp noodle. And then there's the right way where we create organization, we create a strong, stable system, we create a good spine position, which is core strength, and then we pull. Okay, so there's a whole way to learn that. So those are your 4 exercises that I want you to really focus on. And if you don't have a barbell, I want you to try to get one. Get your hands on one. Look on Craigslist, whatever it takes, get one. and then get some weights. Okay. I'm going to give you some parameters. I'm going to give you, not parameters, I'm going to give you some things, some thoughts on where you should be with each of these movements. Number one, the deadlift. Every guy, regardless of how old they are, needs to be able to lift at least 200 pounds from the floor, safely and efficiently. That would be like, it's very doable, right? But that would be like the minimum level of strength for picking something up for guys. How do I know this? Because I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I've worked with so many different guys. So these are the things that I know are very doable. They're very safe when done, when practiced the right way, right? So 200-pound deadlift, the squat, you should be able to squat your body weight. Okay, so however old you are, you should be able to squat at least one time your body weight, okay? Number three, the standing overhead press. Every guy should be able to lift at least 100 pounds. 100 pounds. Might be blowing your head off, but it's very, very possible. And then pull up, every guy needs to be able to do at least one pull-up, okay? So if you want the minimum standards, that's what I want you to work towards, right? And then you can take that as far as you want to go, but that's a personal conversation or a personal decision that you would have to make. But I think you'll find once you start developing strength, it's kind of fun to chase some of those numbers. It's amazing what you're capable of too. Like you would be surprised at how strong you can actually get. So there's 4 exercises that you can plug into your life right now. Just make sure you learn the skill first before you start adding a bunch of weight. I would argue that the skill is probably the most important thing. Once you learn the skill, you can build strength as far as you want to go, okay? As far as conditioning goes, there's one super simple exercise that you can use. Remember, simplicity is a big part of this program. There's one super simple exercise that you can use in your life to be able to give yourself a dose of conditioning that's going to lend itself very well to everyday life. It's the burpee. Do some burpees. Like it's super, super simple. You know what a burpee is? Here's the standard for athletic after 40. When you're standing up, I need you to lay down on the floor. I don't care what it looks like to lay down. You don't have to fall on the floor. You don't have to throw yourself onto the floor. You can lunge down. It doesn't matter what that looks like, but get on the floor. Chest and thighs need to touch the floor. So in other words, lay down, like completely lay down, and then stand yourself back up. That's one, okay? Do multiple repetitions. And I'm talking like 30, 40, 50. Do multiple repetitions and put a clock on it. See how long it takes you to do 20. See how long it takes you to do 30. See how long it takes you to do 40. See how long it takes you to do 50, 60, 70, 100. You do that and you put a clock on it because we want to measure, we want data. When you measure that, let's say you did 30 tomorrow and it took you 10 minutes. I want you to do it again in 2 months and see that number come down. When your conditioning improves, that number is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller because your body, your performance is going up and up and up. And it's not just strength, it's every muscle in the body. It's your heart, it's your cardiorespiratory system, it's your flexibility, it's your coordination, it's your balance. All of these things come together to make you a more efficient machine so that your performance goes through the roof. And that's what we want. We want you looking good, we want you feeling good, and we want you performing good. So the burpee, super, super simple way. You don't need any equipment. You can do it in your house. You can do it in your living room. You can do it in your bathroom. You can do it in a hotel room. You can do it anywhere. And you can get a hell of a conditioning response in a very short period of time. All right, there you go. Losing my voice now. So if you have questions on that, or if you want to work with myself and my team to help you to develop these skills, to look at you and to step by step walk you through all these things so you can develop these skills and you can get these numbers and then some, reach out, hit me up in Messenger, and I'll tell you exactly how we can help you. We can look at your movements. We will get you as strong as you want to become, and we'll do it in the safest, most efficient way. All right, there it is. Go learn those movements. Feel free to share your wins in the group, please. You can share videos of you lifting. All that stuff is fair game, okay? So get a barbell or go to the gym where there is a barbell. Get access to a barbell. If you're just starting off, get on a wooden stick learn the skills, share your videos, share your wins, tell us where you're at, and let's rock and roll. All right.